Good afternoon, Airbus Cockpit Coach here, and welcome back to another live stream. You're joining me on the ground here at Glasgow, Echo Golf Papa Foxtrot, where we'll be taking the Fenix A319 BFU updated down on a short flight to Belfast City, Echo Golf Alpha Charlie. I'm live on VATSIM at the moment as EZ526 Juliet, so anybody in chat wishes to join, I'm on stand 3 currently. This is one of those flights that is kind of ideal for a bit of line training as well. It keeps you on your toes. There's lots to do on a short flight. Maximum altitude today is flight level 120. So yeah, we're reading car number plates all the way. Not a very high flight at all. It's a bit of an up and down. But these flights do keep you on your toes. You can learn a lot from them. And you know, we do take our new cadets on these flights just to get that experience, takeoff and landing, the approach setup, all those kind of things you do on any flight. But you can get more of it in a day. It just keeps you on your toes. You haven't got that time to sort of relax in the cruise. So we'll be looking at a lot of the landing setup before we depart on this particular flight, especially as we're single crewed. So we checked out the A319 again and the Pirigee scenery at Birmingham last night, taking that down to Jersey and back. I have made a slight tweak following that, so I have slightly increased sensitivity on my y-axis, which is the pitch following that flight. I haven't tested that yet, so we'll see how that goes. I just felt that something was needed in terms of pitch sensitivity following the update. Not a lot, but something there that needed a bit of adjustment. So I have made a tweak there. As always, if you feel there's any sound adjustments required, so tweaking with those sound settings, do let me know. Especially as we get onto VATSIM and ATC, some of those may need a bit of tweak. So just drop something in chat and I'll sort those out and try and have a play with those on the go. All right, let's jump on in and get set up. So as we mentioned yesterday, 319s don't look as clean and tidy as this. Safety checks. Also checking that my controls are responsive before we get too far into setup. There's nothing worse than getting set up and then realise you've got a bit of a hardware reset required, and that messes your whole flight up. Excellent. Craft comes alive. We'll just wait for the warning computers to come online. I'm using a new mic, so it's not a headset. It's a bit more of a fancy mic, I guess. It is designed for streaming. I have been making some tweaks to that as well. So the open gate, the closed gate, all those kind of things. Would I recommend the Thrustmaster Airbus side stick? It depends whether you want absolute realism or not. Although I haven't tried all side sticks that are in the gaming world, it's a good hand feel. What you'll find in the real aircraft is that the side stick is much firmer. There's more resistance in it than any side stick I've used in the gaming world. So just need to be aware of that. So I can over input when I come into Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I've got that firmness and expecting that resistance when I haven't. Warning computers are online. That's one of the first things we would want to do is make sure we have comms established with an emergency over here. We can monitor that over here, just in case we need any fire service or somebody to help us out. And get some of these So I can't remember which one the announcement's linked to, but it's one of these, so we'll light all those up. It's the AP fire.
Glasgow traffic, Golf West, Hill, Victor departing to the north.
And one.
Close ice, VRP, Glasgow traffic.
Engine 2. These squibs. We're on main switch lights. Master warning, we've got the ECAM and the pedestal lights. Excellent. That's what we want. Work our way up here. Do test the bells normally, first flight of the day. Cruise supply comes on, ground control comes on, and cockpit voice recorder test. Normal and associated with the current condition. Left, right, middle. Nav lights on because we have power connected. And also armed. And I am going to get the APU on this time. Apologies, I had the game turned off. Not the game, the screen. So you should now hear noise. Thank you, TJ. You're right. We did have noise. That should hopefully be on now. Thank you, chats. Right, we'll let the APU run up. We need to refuel. All looking normal there. Looping round. I'm sure we've got no weather radar on at the moment. It's going to move. Let's wander off. Give it the engine fire test again so we can hear it. Okay. Hopefully not too loud for you. Excellent. Set up onto the VOR. Bring in a flight plan, hopefully. Golf, Papa Fox to EGAC. That's what we want. Look at the view of the meter here. 707. It's going to give us about a 5 knot cross. 23. 17 degrees 1018. Throw that in. Linked and cross-checked. We are indeed. Right, let's PSI. So GSX can do its thing.
This parking is too small
before I forget to hit that control and we get all set up and realise we've got no passengers on board.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Right, paying close attention to my wing angle on my do. It's a very shallow angle from my view, hence why we were doing the wrong line select key input. So in the real aircraft, we would look down on it more than I would here on my desk. The McDo is on my desk, and it's a very shallow angle, and it's very hard to see which left and right line select keys correspond to which line. So I'm having to look over that.
Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
A319 100 CFM 56 5B6 active nav database is correct. We can pull some data in. That we can do. So we're going to be easy 526 Juliet.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Let me just set the fuel quantity, and normally does all that itself. Are we refueling? Some fuel going in, working something out. So bring up our plan. Cost index of 5. 38391 on Tropo. One 2-0 for the cruise. Which is 0. Ground temp 17. Right, wind's in. Lead on. There's passengers.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Right, we're expecting to come out of T3 Norway 1 Hotel. Check inserts, and arrival into Belfast City is 22, as I noted. Distance of 97 miles, chap. That's all we've got today. Only a mile out. Excellent. So we can copy the we got is ATIS not online anymore? They had some controllers online. All disappeared. Oh, they've all vanished. Okay. We're unicoming then. Everyone's disappeared. Not to worry.
These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead locker.
Fix info.
Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat.
EGAC.
To help us ensure an on-time
Radius
departure, we would
30
kindly
nautical
ask that you
miles.
keep the aisle clear.
That'll be for reference in terms of altitude. Almost a bit of a flight over 100 point.
This is a no smoking service. Thank you for observing
For us.
the policy.
I'm going to come right over and also work the other way around. Start throwing in some conditions for our arrival. Same QNH 1018. A little bit warmer there, degree warmer. Wind's currently 230 at 6. I'm just trying to save ourselves some work in the very short time we're up in the air. Do Cockpit 3, the short runway ups. SAs. We want to be turning right south of there. We need terrain avoidance. Right, what we're doing at Glasgow. Let's have a look. Get started on these for me. Let's save a little bit of time. So, not by one hotel, straight out. Initial stop climb will be 6,000 at Norbo. The +5. The 6. And 6, then 6. That checks out, so I'm checking my McDo. Running through these restrictions here. All correct. And mini FCU. 6 goes in and 6 confirmed blue. Hey Ted, how are we doing? Afternoon everyone in chat. Sorry, I'm chatting away. Heads down at the moment. $250 below 100 standard. Position altitude 6,000. Right, what have we got for the RadNav? These are really Glasgow. It is auto-tuned. Obviously the auto-tune can change, but 540. Happy with that. Alright, copy active. Just defaulting to the screen again. Defaulting to screen McDo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row,
see, I find typing quickly you do miss it misses to be very firm with your key pushes,
once you have safely stowed
and
your cabin
I've even
bags,
missed
please
the wrong way
take your
out.
seat. To help us ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board.
Alright, thank you.
Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
New destination. Golf. Papa. Foxtrot goes in. Arrival. ILS T3. Lucid. Of course, we can have that up as well. It's taken. That's where we do that. We'll throw that in there if we need to, but happy with that. How are we doing on loading? We could do some prelim figure checks, but we're probably almost there on the final mass and balance, aren't we? There's no passengers to come, so cargo fuel's in. Check GSX.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
I'm just boarding now.
Passenger's bus is coming.
That's the only way wrong with the profile. It's a bit like rain over here. Oh, it looks like a streaky rain coming down, heavy shower. EJ, hello to you. Alric, long time since we've heard from you, but probably just as equally long time since you've heard from me. So, good afternoon to you. Great to hear from you. If you are well.
Passengers boarding starting.
Okay, wait for some passengers. We actually got a freedom. We've got a load sheet. Prelim. Takeoff weight 58, so expecting to be, so we're good for an immediate return. Limiting factors 0 fuel weight today. Underload of just shy of 2.4 tonnes. Mach tow 29.2. That. Set that
Passenger's bus is coming.
One. Get a fuel weight. Five.
Passengers boarding starting.
How many passengers? 139 passengers, what we're expecting. Sink the prelim. It was 29 Mach tow, 58.8 of the takeoff weight. Full length, T3. We're flexing 68, flaps 1, 35, 35, 39, transitions correct. Stop margin of 452.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight. Please place your large bags into the overhead lockers.
That works.
Wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you.
Cross check that once we get the final.
These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items.
Yeah, all good, thanks, Alec. As
If you are
mentioning
seated in an
last night's stream,
emergency exit row or
in a very
front
busy
row
summer.
bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead locker.
so far.
Once you have safely stowed your
Heading
cabin
off
bag,
on holiday
please
on Monday
take your
and
seat.
looking forward to it.
To help us ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all
I'm knocking up a bit more content for you before I leave. I just drop one into members early access, so channel members can check that out.
No smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Hopefully get another one out to you as well before I depart. But yeah, I need some time on the beach. Feel like my back's been moulded into shape of an Airbus cockpit seat. Perhaps I'm struggling a bit at home. My chair. I'm so used to sitting in the cockpit chair, which is very different really from sitting on wheels you have at home. Generally, actually playing around with my back a bit. I need to get myself an Airbus seat from somewhere. Right, let's do a bit of rechecking. Bring up the plan on screen. Range out a little bit. Make sure this looks sensible. That 30-mile radius. It's continuity. Right in. Coast into Belfast. wind's doing there. Let's have a look. The arrival 230 at 6, variable, all the 9s. Visibility scattered 3,300. Nothing too exciting.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Although now I've increased my side stick sensitivity slightly to get down just to into the flare, and then it will lift off again. See how we get on with that. Not a lot of room for messing around at Belfast from experience. So, a left-hand seat departure today. Let's have a look at our taxi routing. So, Kilo Alpha, all the way down to Alpha 1 for runway 23.
Passenger
No
boarding
hotspots.
started.
Stop margin for departures currently calculated at 452. Engine out sits in the box. Put that in the secondary, and we're set up for a return to runway 23 here at Glasgow, where our weight is acceptable and conditions are acceptable for return. Should we need other airfields for whatever reason, we've got Manchester to the south, obviously very close to Prestwick as well, Edinburgh. So we'll see how we get on, but at the moment Glasgow is favourable. So takeoff runway is 23 full length as discussed. First cleared altitude is 6,000, 6,000 set, 6,000 blue. Just cross check that. MSA on departure. We initially, we were just touching, we were in the 3,000 zone. Passengers got on board quick. That in the, for the, engine out, and we just need to throw in our performance figures now for the departure. We'll burn those up and recheck those. Extra fuel and time, need to send that data across, don't we? So that's what we need to do now. We're loaded. It's just completed. So 39 variation. That to the McDo, that's got in, and let's just refirm up those figures. Final load sheet, no changes to that or weather. I'm going to put new calculation 35, 35, 39, 1, 68, stop margin 452. Clean speed 203. 203 match. Excellent. So extra fuel and time was the last thing. Extra 9 minutes, 0.3. That have to increase slightly. And any threats? We've got a new update. We've adjusted our side stick sensitivity. We've at sim uncontrolled. High terrain is a factor at both airports. There's a bit of high terrain around both of them, so we need to be careful where we're turning in the event of popping an engine. So I will be using terrain radar on my side today once we're in the vicinity of airfields. Any questions or no questions? Okay. Now, I think ATC is on. I don't know if you've heard any ATC at all. Let me just come down and see how we are tuned on to what was Unicom. I renamed it as I've forgotten. advisory. Excellent. Right, let's. Oh, we should have done these. So pumps on. Passenger seat belts. We're done with external power. We can get the beacon on.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
We can interrupt that. Get the forward stairs gone. Wait on me and that. We're good.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Excellent. Glasgow traffic easy 526 Juliet. Push and start. Stand free. Glasgow. Just confirming we are still uncontrolled.
Departure check completed.
Bypass
pin
pin looks like
inserted.
someone's routing in from Jersey. Keep an eye out. EJ, you gotta go. No worries. Good to hear from you. Take care. Look around, shall we? Something else noises over there. No wheels.
Locking gear.
Okay, before start checklist, takeoff data is confirmed. Windows for the Red Wings. We want nose, right tail left.
Release parking brakes.
ECAM, parking brake released.
Commencing
Left.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start at will. Windows. Make sure our door is locked.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
Doors closed and armed, and beacon is indeed on. That checklist complete. We just need to be with our engines over this line, away from the stand before we start up. Starting number 1 first. Here. Starting 1. Start the chrono.
Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features aboard our Airbus A319. Thank you.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Ladies and gentlemen, aboard our Airbus A319. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the following safety procedures.
Engine 1 avail. Starting
The safety
2.
card found in your seat pocket contains important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There
Our
are
engines
8
this
emergency
quiet in the
aircraft.
real life from the
Cabin
cockpit.
crew are now prepared
They're not particularly loud on start up. You'll hear them more
Please
in
be
the
aware
A319. I won't stand there, sir.
usable exits may be
Tow truck disconnected.
You are
Bypass
closer to
pin
the engines in the
removed.
A319, so it's the one of it's
Left
the
is
aircraft for
clear. Right
noise
is
in the
clear.
cockpit.
Your seatbelt is fastened, released as shown. It must be fastened.
And I've got my sound turned down a little bit low so it doesn't interfere, so I'm probably not getting the true reflection of what Phoenix
If
have
the
done.
air supply fails, masks
but
drop from above.
Engine 2 avail.
Pull a mask
Yeah, I'd
towards
say a tad
your
noisier.
oxygen. Put the mask
It
over your
is the one
nose
for having the
and
noise.
mouth.
Engine mode select a norm.
Hold the mask in place.
Done with the APU.
Strap, pull on each
Goes onto
side
auto.
to adjust. Put on your own mask.
Ground crew
before
clear.
helping others.
There's our pin.
If we land on water,
We're going to get away
take a
because we've done the
life
wave.
jacket from under your seat. Remove from the pouch and put it over your head.
Pin's gone anyway.
Clasp
Right, terrain
the
radar my
pins around your
side.
waist and click together.
also calibrated system 1, also EWS, weather turbulence hazard,
When
transponder
outside,
on.
inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs
Flight
topping
control
up,
checks,
blow
and
into
we
this
were
tube. Give it
29.2.
light and whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrests down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened.
It's only up
Further
0.3.
information regarding your safety on board
To do it that way
can be
round.
found in the in-flight magazine. We hope you have a
It's
great
about there, so
flight.
you're round about the 30, you're aiming for the 30. Doesn't have to be exact, it's by the eye. As long as you're in that green band, that's the key thing. Okay, flight control checks. Pull up. Pull down. Neutral. Pull left. Pull right. And neutral. Rudders. Pull right. Pull left. Neutral. We've got a cable stuck in my rudder somewhere. It's never good. First officer would follow through.
Traffic 273 pushing back, start 27, Glasgow traffic.
The rates armed. After start checklist, there's anti-ice is not required and off.
Traffic turns after route 2 X-ray Delta, vacated runway 23 by Delta.
ECAM's checked. It's trim with set and rudder trim is in neutral. That's after start checklist complete. The taxi light on now. We are clear left side, clear right side. We are going config 1. Always message your flows a little bit having not having the first officer when you're so used to having a first officer in the cockpit with you.
Traffic turns after route 2 X-ray Delta, taxiing to the Gamma apron by taxi.
Parking brake released. The aircraft should roll in the 319. We are rolling, so we accelerate too much. We'll do the brake check. Check and pressure 0. Glasgow traffic EC526 Juliet starting taxiing from stand 3 via Kilo Alpha Alpha 1 runway 23. The traffic in front of us. Not sure what the fault is with yeah, all inbound traffic seems to have no wheels. I thought it's just landed this aircraft, I could be wrong. It's going in the direction of the axle. Right, let's just brake it here. Clear left side. Following traffic on the right. Do need that Toby eye tracker. It's jamming my brakes on. Lee, hello again. Good afternoon to you. Okay, flight controls, we have checked. Flap setting is config 1 plus F checked. FMAs, we're 135 blue, 139 magenta, climb nav blue, 1FD2, stop climb 6000 on the QNH 1018. Radar and predictive wind shear, we have set correctly. Nika memo, takeoff from no blue, taxi checks complete. Was inbound traffic, no wheels. Don't steer the aircraft looking out the side windows. I'm going to get TCAS on now just so we can keep an eye on any bound traffic on the approach. Stick fault message has moved over to that on the EFB. Hopefully it still works, we'll soon find out. Having a look at the brake temps and PSIs. Temperatures are nice and low, so we've just picked up a cold and dark aircraft that hasn't been used today. And the pressures are also important. We could have picked up this aircraft from a turnaround, and subsequently those temperatures can be already quite high. Always one to watch. I do enjoy the approach into the 2-3 approach into Glasgow. You come over this terrain, nice view of the city. Pretty much my second home. Okay, dabbing the brakes now. Let's turn. We'll pause just at the holding point just to get set up. No point rushing through things when you're single crew. It's better to take the time. Just have a check over and get things set up properly. That way you also don't go flying off the taxiway. You're controlling your mouse and that kind of thing as well. Okay, so we're good down here. Transponders on the overhead. We've got our strobes on. Get lit up. Big 3-seater takeoff, please, and packs. Big scan for white lights. Normal. So approach is clear on TCAS and visually. Runway is clear. Glasgow traffic EC526 Juliet, departing runway 23 Norway 1 Hotel departure, Glasgow. So cabin is secure for takeoff. Takeoff runway is 23 confirmed. TCAS, TARA confirmed. PAX 1 and 2 off. And that checks complete. Don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate it. This is where I enjoy having the eye tracker when you need it. Okay, take off. Auto was 50%.
Glasgow traffic, Jersey 73 Mike, taxiing runway 23
Right,
via Mike, Golf Alpha, Glasgow traffic.
And flat 68 SRS runway, auto first blue. Taking a bit of right rudder. Neutral by 100 knots checked. E1, rotate. Positive climb. You're up. On to 15. And then the flight directors. Was that feeling any better than yesterday? I'm not sure, sensitivity wise. I feel like it needs a little bit more still. Okay, so requesting lever climb. We're pitching down for acceleration. We have a positive speed trend, lever climb, thrust climb, auto thrust. A bit bumpy. We have realistic turbulence on. Still manual flight. Speed's bumping around a little bit there. And speed checks, lap 0. Yeah, it's a bit bumpy today. Wind up. Nice caution packs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened whilst the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep
Those
your
off.
seatbelt fastened
Top
whenever
star, let's continuing up over on Unicom.
located
So
at each end of the cabin. Remember that
120.
smoking is not permitted at any time.
standards. I'm seeing 6.2 now, that's checked.
We will commence our in-flight service.
Temperature plus 18, no icing risk at the moment.
Choose from our fresh
Entering the cloud.
selection available today. Full details
Hey Vince, hope you're well.
in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of hot beverages.
Into the Merc we go.
Snacks from the bar. We accept all major credit and debit.
Do enjoy the real turbulence in Flight Sim
Just
2024.
ask us as we
So that adds a lot to the immersion of the simulator. Just in terms of how I see that speed tape jumping around in the real world. It's been manual flight. Now for the cloud break. Maybe it's coming shortly. There we go. Turn. .20 is the cruise today. So flight level 100, crossing 10.7 now checked. We do want to clear out secondary. That mistake on the McDo yesterday. Fun and games. Speed up start. We've got the altitude warning there. That's because we haven't got the autopilot on. So when you're in manual flight, you will get the altitude warning. You approach your altitude. Manual flights only. .20. Sorry, yeah, 120. It's done. Right, we'll get the autopilot engaged. Secondary. Watching they were. Not activate the secondary, delete the secondary. Be active. Top of descent already on the window there. So what we want is to be flight level 100 really at this fix info ring we put in here, which is blacker. If we come down, we can actually put that in as a reference, put that as a hard restriction in the system, so we can make reference to that. So we come down to blacker. Let's just actually see where we're going to be. Are we going to be below that or above it? We're actually going to be 8.7 there, so that's even lower. I'm happy with that. Just want to make sure that's in there, at or below. That's fine as we stand. EGAC 2.2. printing there as well. Yeah, the clouds are looking good. How far from the planned route are you allowed to stray before someone asks what's occurring? But typically in altitude, you've got this about 200 feet buffer. It can get shaken around a bit. You'll see a lot of that in the news recently, but that's the extremes, and that wouldn't be normal because you're busting pre-flight levels. But generally speaking, you know, you're half a mile either side, 0.3 of a mile, fine. Altitude sort of band 200 feet. You're not going to get shouted at. But we should aspire to be on track precisely if we can. Well, it's time to prepare for our arrival. So, in the box we have 2-2, no star. We're going to go landing flaps full. Let's check out landing performance. Going to be expecting a 5.8. We'll do it worst case, space 58 to expecting dry conditions. Realistic. Auto rate low, not going to cut it as you would expect. Mostly headwind 2 knock across, it's full. It's going to be auto rate medium confirmed. Charts for the arrival as well, so briefing on the fly here. Landing 2-2, we're going to be vacating either Alpha 2 or Alpha 3 right down the end. No hotspots for the taxi in. That's someone controlled at the moment, so that's the main threat there. 3,000 is our worst case MSA within the immediate vicinity, 15 nautical miles off the airport. Missed approach, climb straight ahead to 3,000. And then, or DME 0.8 of the India Bravo Fox Hotel, whichever's earlier, and a left turn smack to the locator to enter holding at 3,000. So Belfast City 420 Hotel Bravo is important. Nautical miles makes sense. Make reference to that. The Bravo. Is in the rad nav. Very slope, standard 3 degrees. Transition 6. It could have been nice and taking the seatbelts off. One of those you usually get prompted on by the first lieutenant. So would you consider this sensible to take seatbelts off? It's just, of course, just holding those on deliberately for a little while. How am I liking updates FBU, Fenix Updates FBU? I'm enjoying it. The sounds, some of the visual improvements on the displays, handling is there. Let's take this down now. It's self-clear down to 80. Speed of descent 80. Blue. Cabin crew landing in 10 minutes. You know, it's a constant improvement cycle, isn't it, with the Fenix? It's there's so much behind the scenes, I suppose, which not everyone will appreciate that goes on. But for me as a pilot, I tend to just compare to the real world and see how it looks and feels. You know, there's very little to complain about. Yes, I'm making slight tweaks to the sensitivity. You know, that could be my side stick. It could be anything. It could be, you know, all sorts of things. But seatbelts are on. Landing lights on. India Bravo Fox Hotel. India Bravo Fox Hotel confirmed 1081 1081 inbound course. Well, that's going to be a degree out, isn't it? 216 217. Why is everything a degree out in the simulator? 08 sim. No, we're lucky to have Fenix. What I like about it as well is, you know, we had the FS Labs come along, but you get so used to the smoothness of how GPSX integrates. It's asking for more drag. Let's keep in mind the profile. Plus 216. Yeah, all these sort of improve, because you know, we don't have to, in the real world, we don't tell ground crew to plug certain things and disconnect stuff, so you really want that kind of stuff automated to the point where you make the decision, you tell them what fuel coming on, say when you're loading, and that's it, really. It's so for me, Fenix, the immersion there is a bit slicker, whereas you go into the FS Labs, you sort of have to prompt, you have to go into the McDo or the iPad and sort of make some changes. So let's keep this going down. 60, which is the transition. And we got a platform of 2000 today, platform altitude of the ILS. Last tidal open December. Chris, I suppose it's not an official training route as such. I was saying it would be one we would take cadets on, just from an experience point of view. Nothing particularly official about that. It's just you can gain a lot from it. Anti-icing not required. I'm putting a bit of speed brake out. Deflection. Six. Let's continue down. It's going now below transition. 1018. Cross check 3 times passing 61. Now checked. Just one of those routes that's helpful with the stress that you can experience on short flights. There'll be other things going on, there'll be passenger things to deal with, we'll be communicating with base, communicating with ground, requesting wheelchairs and all these things going on. It's quite a little bit more than we get in the simulator in terms of workload. Yeah, things to consider. Good descent now. Let's open that up and activate. The approach phase, start coming back on speed. Still got the speed brakes on. Just to help us while we reduce speed, I need to lose some altitude as well. I like flying like this. I like these kind of flights. Probably a presumption that most people think pilots want to be off the Corfu every day, but I do enjoy this kind of flying. Right, we're going full heading. Come left slightly, 250. I started open descent heading. Going down, which constraints on, and on the approach, which probably want 2 cap free job. I like the smoke you get. You probably can't see, I'm sure you can see that very well, but a bit of added realism there. T30 at 619. It's just the temperature that has changed. Flaps 1, speed checks flaps 1. Rockstar. Cabin crew seats for landing, please. Belfast City traffic, EC526 Juliet's turning fire, now ILS runway 22, Belfast. Lock. Now I do find you need to be slightly under the glide slope in the flight sim. I'm getting annoyed by glide slope callouts. Someone needs to fix that. RA1018, seatbelts are on, minimums are in, we're up to 212, auto brake, medium, approach check is complete. Out. And flaps 2, speed checks, flaps 2, glide slope star. Get down. Boiler's armed. Need to reduce the background of the terrain. Just approach altitude 3000 is set and blue. It's just right of nose currently. With the short runway, we go around minded.
Border Grove traffic, Union 165, line up, take off runway 25, Border Grove.
And flaps full, speed checks, flaps full. 3 that was. And now flaps 4. Let me check flaps 4. So. 2 whites, 2 reds currently. It's watching that speed. That's real turbs having an impact there, so trying to throw us into our below our VLS. And autopilot's coming out. My control. Watch these gusts. Aiming to be slightly below the glide, so we're getting glide slope notifications. It could be my bad flying, but generally Flight Sim, once glide slopes you'll be a bit too high. I do love these gusts. Look at the speed take rocking around.
500.
Great scenery around here as well with the industrial harbour over to the right. Says I want to be low and then I'm rocking down. A little bit bumpy.
100 above.
Enjoy that.
Minimum.
Continue.
Retard.
First, spoilers, decel. 70 knots, manual braking. Bit of roll out and we'll take the next left. Taxiway, not the big tarmac slab there. Right, no configuration changes to we're off the runway. Put that speed down to 10 knots for this turn. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Belfast City. George Best. The downside not having the TBI trackers look around is that you have to hold your mouse down to look around, which stops your movements going in. So look at that, windsock is gusting around, so taxi, so I'm going to be sitting on stand with the engine running for a little while. Taking the wrong stands, am I not? You park over the other side. Don't usually get off that early. You know what? We'll chuck it in here. Usually down there somewhere. We'll pretend to be a business jet, something like that. So spoil up. Reconfigure. Get our wings tucked in below the line and stuff it there. Round the parking place.
Calls or internet access may now be used.
Right.
Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you.
Sort all these
Check
things
in
out.
the seat pocket,
What can we
underneath
do on the
the
way in?
seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved during flight. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. today. Our ground crew will help you
APU
complete your
confirmed.
journey.
There we go, 36 block to block. So have anyone got any good rudders? Well, I think mine are linear. I haven't altered them since. I did throw rudder in there on the landing. It seemed okay. There's not a GSX profile for this space. Although it's not bad coming in this one because the GSX profile will usually push me off the other stand straight into the grass. So I can just spin round without a tug, although yeah, GSX will want to tug me back somewhere once it might get messy. Very happy about my parking, is it? That we parked in the wrong area. I'm so used to coming off that runway and going left. That's what it is. Down from the top, just carrying on. I just thought, I'm earlier, therefore I must turn right, but seatbelts, yes, that's why I wonder why it wasn't emptying out. Yeah, these GSX things. Thank you, Robert. A hotel in India. Nice. Oh, nice to meet you, Robert. Good to have you on the stream. Always nice to connect with fellow aviators. Is GSX doing anything? Don't believe me, it's not recognising me here, is it? I'll get parked up there for. Alright, let's have a quick look at our brake temps. Booked anything there? That was a very short landing on a short runway, so we did it right there. Felt okay. They've definitely pumped these noises up a bit on landing. So we're good on that. What I am going to do in the background is get myself a flight plan which will get us back to Glasgow. So, yeah, the latest sim updates, let's get all the what they're adding into the aircraft under the bonnet, if you like, these changes. Fantastic. And you go through the change log and you see what they do. So, it's impressive. Hell of a job. I don't know how they do some of it, to be honest. multitasking here. Getting flight plan sorted. Down for a moment. No, I have been thinking about VFR. Going back to some PPL basics, I was there, and I think the British flights, the A28, has now come over to flights in 2024. So I'm more than happy to do that for the channel members. Hopefully, I'm hoping the Tomahawks come over as well. So that was my initial aircraft from PPL days before jumping into the Archer, then the Arrow, Seminole. All those exciting times, all those memories. Echo Golf, Tango Charlie. That's not just in Simbury. Yeah, that's a good shout, Ted. There's, I think that one's got legs. We can work on that one. Fenix A319. Absolutely alright, free. That sounds sensible. Onto Maxim. Easy 387 Foxtrot, so G2 disconnects and reconnects. Oh, excellent, Ted. That's PPL. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great, Ted. I'm pleased to hear you're jumping into the world of aviating. Yeah, it was great to do. You'll learn loads from that. You'll have loads of memories. Right. Now the issue is no one's got off. Has decided to stay on board. Ground handling aren't recognising us. Let's just see. What's the best way of doing this? I load, it's going to say you need to deboard, isn't it? I've had an update. Do we restart? That help. I reckon we do an instant load, just so we go smoothly. I do just do a fast reload, fast time reload rather than GSX, and also that will stop my pushback problems. I've kind of ignored it GSX just for this piece. Yeah, put that for the moment. Right, so hopefully pull in any route. Correct, alternate Manchester. (387) Foxtrot. First officer should be out for the walk around, but we've got the doors open. Just index of 25, 190 for the return. Straight up, straight back down again, and we're expecting minus 13. See how I'm gravitating towards using the mouse, because it's faster than clicking the keys on the window. I am thinking about getting a camera on the desktop somehow, so we can see those inputs, or you can also see, we can switch it, you can see side stick inputs as well. So I know that question has come up, it's like how much side stick input are you making on your landings, and there is some interest in that, so I am taking that on board. Straight out, directs 22, Blacker 1 Golf, Glasgow. Sid. A bit longer going back, 133 miles versus the, was it 97 or so? This is longer. This is to do with the directs when we make that turn, so that's what that variation will be. So you have to Blacker. We're going to be about 50 miles, 3,000 MSA. Be careful where we make that turn. So bear that in mind. So we depart out. And there's a terrain radar on here, but yeah, there is terrain over here. MSA of 3. I'm going to be wary of that before we turn back towards Glasgow. In other words, we need to climb a bit first. We are loading up. Copy the active. setting up area turn. Should we need it for Belfast? Obviously we've got Older Grove up the road as a consideration with longer runways, so we'll get the immediate in, but Older Grove, if we have time, would be sensible. Fuel in, let's have a look. Fuel is in tanks, but it's really good to go. That's probably why the ground crew didn't turn up. There we go, look, oh god, here we go. Yeah, sex are rocking up now. I didn't think I'll put that off. My bad. Trying to find these GSX automations. Oh no, they're trying to keep it. No way. Gone.
Bags into the overhead lockers, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated
Good
in
when
an
it works,
emergency
isn't it?
exit
Well,
row or a
problems
front
like
row
this,
bulkhead
a little bit
seat,
messy.
all of your items
Cargo
must
is
be
in, so
placed
close
into
those.
an overhead locker. Once you have safely
That is
stowed
loaded.
your cabin bag, please take your seat.
Seems
To help us
open.
ensure an on-time departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear,
Who's in charge
enabling
here?
all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Hey Sean,
Cabin
hope you
crew,
well.
boarding is now complete. Any remaining ground crew, please leave the aircraft.
Right, I put 6 in initially, to put the MSFS, get the climb going on straight out. Once we're comfortable on the terrain, we'll make the left turn. We approach 3,000 feet and climbing. Tropical Storm Gil in the Eastern Pacific is now a hurricane. I'm glad I'm not there. Oh, we've got a storm coming in the UK, I think, but I'm sure it won't be a hurricane. Be a little bit of rain. Right. Messing around with these stairs. Just check my mass and balance. I'm getting scared. But we are fully loaded. Hopefully it's not going to do anything and we'll allow us to get on our way without GSX interfering. So in that case we can do performance. So we'll send that to the McDo and run the departure performance. That's in. Capital Lake. We'll go full length, backtracking. Well, flaps 3, optimal. Let's see what flaps 1 does. Stop margin 241. Flaps 2. 293. Flaps 2 seems a bit more sensible. 23, 23, 27, flexing 65. .204 on the green dot, 205, just a bit of rounding up and down, just making that variance. Until not vastly off on green dot, which is a good check. Some pressure we have. The wheels we end up to 175 there, so do continue to rise. Keep an eye on those. So let's have a quick look outside. Speed working on that. I get laughed at for being in Storm 2-1, aren't we? It is. First flight, Ted. Basic handling stuff, yeah? Should be good fun. Make sure they put you through spiral dive recovery. Important. Okay, let's get the show on the road. Let's get started up. We'll start up on stand here. We don't need GSX involved, so we'll clear ourselves without confusing the system. Starting one.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, please observe the cabin crew member closest to you as we are about to demonstrate the safety features aboard our Airbus A319. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our 19. Please pay attention to illuminated signs and crew instructions, including the
Yeah,
following
nice start. I think
safety
that
procedures.
startup sound has improved.
Safety
It's just
card
me.
found in your seat pocket
Engine 1 of ours starting
contains
to.
important information about exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and the brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace.
Scenery is nice around
There are
Belfast.
8 emergency exits on this aircraft. The cabin crew are now pointing out the exits nearest to you. Please be aware that your nearest usable exit may be behind you. Emergency lighting will guide you to an exit. In an emergency, leave all baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released. Must be
Probably need to get rid of some
fastened.
phones, don't I?
We recommend that you keep it
It's extra work I
fastened
have to
at
do.
all times.
Didn't use the GPU, so I
If
can
the
do
air
it.
supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask
Good stuff,
towards
2 good
you to start the
starts.
oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and
Back to
mouth
norm.
and breathe normally. Hold the mask in place. With the strap, pull on each side to adjust.
You know, in front of
Put
us.
on your own mask before helping others. If
It's
we
a taxi
land on
out really,
water,
but single
take a
crew. I'm
life
just going to
jacket
set this stuff
from
up
your
now.
seat. Remove from the pouch and
use
put
the
it
hardware.
over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist.
Yeah,
and click together.
we'll keep that on.
Pull the strap to adjust.
All these flows, you see, when you have a first officer,
Not
message with
place
this
the
much
life
flows up.
jacket inside
Right, we'll do
the
our flight control
aircraft.
checks.
When outside, inflate it by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into this tube.
Greenbound
There's
checks
a light
and
whistle for attracting attention. The cabin crew
Pull
can
up.
assist you with life jackets for children.
pull down.
Your tray table
Neutral.
must now be stowed.
Left.
Armrests down, window blinds open,
All right.
and seatbelt fastened.
Neutral.
Further information regarding your safety on
All
board
right.
can be found in the in-flight magazine.
Pull
We
left.
hope you have a great flight.
Hey, we'll get in my way. There we go. Bit of a hazard there. Ah, the Warrior 2. Yeah, I've done the Warrior. Excellent, Ted. Really enjoy that. To be honest, I prefer Piper aircraft than the Cessnas just because of the size of the cockpit. The only disadvantage is the low wing spoils your view a little bit, but I prefer the cockpit layout and the size of it. Okay, and we can filter brakes, max. After start checks, anti-ice is not required, and our ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim we have done, and rudder trim is neutral. Start check is complete. Should have had the beacon, so I've only just turned that off, so I have to go back on again. I'm doing very well with my lights today. Right, we'll get the nose lights on before we do anything else. Belfast City traffic. EV 387 Foxtrot is taxiing from stand 21 via Alpha 1, backtracking runway 22 for departure. Belfast City. Okay, parking brakes released. Okay, the left engine spooled up a bit for this one. Let's turn out. A nudge of the brakes, pressure 0. Clear on the right side, we're turning into. Nobody around on the left. Chris, I rotate between all 3 aircraft. 319, 320, 320 Neo, and 321 Neo are my aircraft. Hyper Archer and Tomahawk. Yeah. U-Bird's gone. Okay, flight controls we've checked. Flap setting is config 2. Coming in, and FMAs, we're 123 blue, 127 magenta, climb up blue, stop climb 6000 blue, 1FT2, 1018. Radar and predictive wind shear, we've thrown on already.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff.
And I'm just asking someone to get the front door. Right, so doing multiple things there. Take off config check. Yeah, it's a great pack, Chris. I don't think you'd be disappointed with that. You've got loads to play with there, so yeah, you'll enjoy it. The level of system depth you got to learn, understand with the Phoenix, it's all there. So speed down for this turn. Right, I'm going to hold it here, just while we do a few last minute safety checks. No point in rushing in and ruining someone else's flight as well, if they could be on the approach. Our TAR rate, I see nothing on the approach. Strobes on. Get those out. I'm going to turn the landing lights on, so it's just click spots, just in click spots. Visible, so nothing visual. B-bird's gone. And we'll do our call. At the brake temps. Belfast City traffic. Easy 387 Foxtrots entering and backtracking runway 22 for departure, Belfast City. A bit darker here. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Clear left side, clear right side. trouble is my today, and you'll see it there, is that it jerks, it suddenly all the motion goes in at once. Right, we can accelerate here, up to on the runway. Get down that other end. So cabin is secured for takeoff. Takeoff runway will be 122. Once we've turned around, TCAS is TIRA. We can now axe off on this thing to do. Right, are we forgetting anything, chat? And last minute checks. More eyes, the better. Okay, hold it there. The runway behind you is not useful. Time to do a quick scan. Packs associated is fine. Take off. Engine stable.
Order go traffic loss 3532, never
Flex 65 SRS runway, ultra thrust blue.
21 miles southeast of the field,
That's set.
runway 25. We'll overfly the field and follow the outbound teardrop approach, currently descending through flight level 140.
100 knots, checked.
And on the road traffic, EGA3 Golf Foxtrot,
B1.
passing runway 2.
Rotate. Zip climb and gear. So watching that speed trend there. Keep a climb. Perhaps one. Open climb heading and AP1 in. That's back on. One.
Order go traffic, show 17 Yankee departing 2
Two.
flight, 2 Bedford.
Speed checks, flaps 0. Have you? We got PC calling. British control. Refine, fine for that. See them online. British hello, Easy 387 Foxtrot's with you, passing 4,400 just out of Belfast City.
Easy 387 Foxtrot, Scottish, thanks for 1076.
1076 on the swark, Easy 387 Foxtrot.
Scottish, hello, EG83 Golf Foxtrot with you. Also have Alder Grove climbing to...
Also,
Ladies and gentlemen,
EGA3 Golf Fox, Scottish, thank you. Stop climb,
No icing.
flight level
We
90.
recommend that you keep your seatbelt
Stop climb, flight level
fastened
90,
whenever you are seated.
EGA3 Golf Foxtrot.
Toilets are located
Scottish, hello,
at each
class
end of the cabin.
339er 4,
Remember
which
that
is flight level
smoking is
340
not
up to the
permitted at
answer.
any time. This includes
Class 9 3394 Scottish, thank you. Route direct Osborne.
in-flight service, offering you the chance to choose
Route direct
from a fresh
Osborne,
selection
class,
available today.
their class.
Nice clouds.
Sorry,
Sorry.
135 direct
Right.
resonate.
Direct resonate, sorry.
Let me know if ATC volume's a problem.
81 direct 387 Foxtrot. Climb now, flight level 130, turn left, heading 120 degrees.
Climb flight level 130 left, heading 120 degrees. Was that easy? 387 Foxtrot.
A firm, brake easy 83 Golf Foxtrot, turn right, heading 190 degrees.
Right heading 190, EGA3 Golf Foxtrot.
120, 130, pulling standard.
good day, Alpine, suffering from
Passing 6-4. Now checked.
Alpine 74 Yankee Papa, Scottish, thank you.
That traffic, we're coming into a bit of conflict there behind us.
About 2277 Scottish. Osprey 532, got approximately 30 miles, turn right, heading 04
Been like a bit of a TCAS conflict.
3000 feet, Order Grove QNH 1018. Right turn 040, descent to 3000 feet on QNH 1018, cross Osprey 532.
Right on the edge.
Scottish radar, Huntshaw, Winston, Yankee, Wapad, level 5,4350, way inbound to Elizabeth.
Shuttle 17 Yankee, Scottish, thanks, stop climb, flight level 9.
Controller was on it there. Just vented a TCAS conflict. Becoming a bit more serious.
0550, Huntshaw, Winston, Yankee.
ED 387 Foxtrot, resume navigation, direct Blacker, Conway 1 Echo arrival.
Direct Blacker, easy 387 Foxtrot.
Sorry, the Blacker 1 Golf, Glasgow.
Blacker 1 Golf, copied, easy 387 Fox.
Easy 83 Golf Foxtrot, resume navigation, direct Macca, climb flight level 250.
Blacker confirmed.
Nav direct Macax, climbing flight level 250, EGA3 Golf Foxtrot.
Sensible. Passing 10. Seatbelts, get this off now. Okay. Well, let's move up here.
Shuttle 17 Yankee, report passing level.
Check our
Shuttle
arrival.
17 Yankee, thank you, in the climb speed 250 knots.
And the climb at 2000.
Blacker 1 Golf, indeed.
Easy 83 Golf Foxtrot, in the climb speed 270 knots or greater.
Speed 270 or greater for climb EGA3 Golf Foxtrot.
Easy 387 Foxtrot, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight for 190 Speedbird, 387 Foxtrot. 190 blue.
Speedbird 2277 Scottish, thank you. Do you have your oceanic clearance?
Negative.
Roger, we'll send you the link for it there.
Ted? No, not always, to be honest. We're backtracking.
Air not 5 for hotel, Roger, just check, sorry, just confirm where you're inbound to.
Inbound Edinburgh and a very short flight.
And where are you currently?
Brentwood.
Roger, for that then, you're going to want the other Scottish, their frequency, when I can find it, 134775.
I tried them, they were not responding.
Oh, they should be. Do you want to just try again and let me know?
Okay, I'll do.
Cheers, they should be there.
Is ATC volume okay for
Shuttle
you?
17 Yankee, climb flight level 130, expect flight level 290, level by incom.
130, 290, by income, Shuttle 20.
Osprey 532, descent altitude 2,500 feet, turn right heading 080 degrees. Descent 2,000, right turn 080 for Osprey 532.
Scottish Lufthansa 446, flight level 360, inbound to airline.
Lufthansa 446 Scottish, thank you. Just going to send you a link for the oceanic clearance.
Temperature 18. 2708.
Osprey 532, turn right, heading 150 degrees, base leg.
BFU
Right
1.
turn 150, Osprey 532.
Should we go config free for the approach today? This one? We go config free. Free. Landing flat free. Upper 136 VLS on 31. I'll cruise 190.
Tunnel 17 Yankee, climb now, flight level 290, level in, call.
290 level in call, show 178. Show 178 Yankee, can you confirm the free speed please?
Tunnel 17 Yankee, keep the speed shortly, you'll get free speed in about 10 miles.
No worries.
V8. Put the brake low. The reverse will do the job. What's the crosswind component? 6 knot cross, 6 knot head.
EG387 Foxtrot when ready, descend flight level 150, level by Gerber.
Chris, reversers engaged
Osprey 532, right heading 225.
when the go around is executed is just a big no-no.
Right turn 225, dip the island runway 25.
Chief pilot job, but also
Tunnel 17 Yankee, no ATC speed restriction, thanks for your help.
it will be investigated as a bit of an EMS incident. Very dangerous. You don't want to be dragging a reverser in a go around.
EGA3 Golf Foxtrot, no ATC speed restriction.
No speed, EGA3 Golf Foxtrot.
EG387 Foxtrot, B level, correction when ready, descend flight level 150, level by Gerber.
Level 150 or Gerber when ready, easy 387 Foxtrot.
EG387 Foxtrot, that's correct.
Gerber 150, that's in the box already,
And
constraint.
EG387 Foxtrot, report your cleared levels of Scottish 134.775, good day.
Clear levels to Scottish 134775, easy 387 Foxtrot, thank you. Four, 775.
Clear to see using 965 Alpha, good day.
No worries, afternoon.
Scottish low, easy 387 Foxtrot's with you, clear descent when ready, to level 150 Gerber.
Easy, 387 Foxtrot, good afternoon, Scottish, roger.
Chris, the captain should report that, should self-report.
Norwich 41 Alpha.
Either pilot could report that.
Alright, say again. Norwich 41 Alpha, report the Mach number. Mach number 755. Should I Alpha descend to flight level 150?
Descent 150, Norwich 1 Alpha.
Norwich 1 Alpha, no, that wasn't for you. With speed Mach decimal 73 or less, please, if that's possible.
Sorry, 73 or less.
Hotel Zulu Alpha 4, speed on conversion, 280 knots or greater.
On conversion, speed 280 knots or greater, Hotel Zulu Alpha 4.
Wizgo 9261, Scottish.
It's into the top of descent. 150 in the box. Speed descent. Head down now to get the aircraft pointing the right way before we hit that target. So make sure we meet that restriction. 50 back over.
And Norwich 41 Alpha, how far are you away from the top of descent?
We're past it.
Sidle.
Norwich 41 Alpha, roger, when ready, descent flight level 250.
Descent 250, 42 Alpha.
Good day, with Air 961 Reservation.
Reserve 9261, hi, good afternoon Scottish. Your readability is 5. Speed 280 knots on conversion. And ready, descend, flight level 200.
Ready, descend,
280 knots, please.
280 knots, so with Air 961.
Right, so watching the temperature here, it's +9, so we have a bit of icing risk, visible moisture. I am getting anti-icing on. So precaution. Engine anti-icing is.
Flight Alpha, descend to flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Charlotte Alpha.
Easy 387 Foxtrot, descend flight level 120.
Descend flight level 120, easy 387 Foxtrot.
Easy 18 Tango Lima, route directed nav south.
Direction nav still for 1.
Over descent, so 120 blue.
Norwich 41 Alpha, speed on conversion 250 knots for left.
250 knots for left on conversion, Norwich 41 Alpha.
Flight Alpha, descend to flight level 80.
And the anti-ice.
Flight level 80, Charlotte Alpha.
And Flight Alpha, speed 220 knots, report back speed to Edinburgh 121.205, bye bye.
Okay, 220 reported to Edinburgh, Charlotte Alpha, we'll see you.
For this approach, it is possible to get spurious terrain notifications. That is a known part of the Glasgow approach. We've got terrain at the high end there. It can happen depending on your descent rate, pressure rates as you're coming over that terrain. We're in Glasgow. Speed's coming back now. Targeting 250.
Okay, Norwich
turn
41 Alpha,
for
change
Lanark.
number speed 280 knots or greater, please.
280 or greater, Norwich 41 Alpha.
Hotel to Alpha 4, speed 280 knots.
Speed 280, Hotel Alpha 4.
Norwich 41 Alpha, descend flight level 200, redirect to Tarleton.
Descent flight level 200, redirect Tarleton, 41 Alpha.
The icing back on.
With Air 6, correction 90261, when ready, descend flight level 200.
Yeah, we're ready.
Tom, welcome to channel membership. Great to have you on board. Enjoy the videos that are in there. There's a fair bit in there at the moment for the channel members. Really appreciate the support and thank you.
Easy 387 Foxtrot, descend flight level 70.
7 flight level 70, easy 387 Foxtrot. 70 blue. Making descent.
Scottish Control,
Thank you, Tom.
good afternoon. Speed shuttle 51 Tango.
And welcome.
Passing
Fast idle open descent.
3,500.
Shuttle 51 Tango, Scottish, hello, direct to nav, so.
Direct nav, so shuttle 51 Tango. United 900, with you at flight level 340.
Great to hear, Tom. Thank you.
Sham.
United 900, Scottish, roger.
Okay, flight level 100 is coming in faster. We're out of the icing conditions. Landing lights on. Cabin crew landing in 10 minutes.
EG387 Foxtrot, contact Glasgow radar 119.1. Bye bye.
119.1, EG387 Foxtrot, thank you.
Norwich 41 Alpha, descend flight level 160.
Descent flight level 160, 4241 Alpha.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrests down, and
Glasgow radar, hello, EG387 Foxtrot's with you. Airbus A319 and coming down to Lanark, descending flight level 70.
by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want
EG387
to keep.
Foxtrot.
The toilets are no longer in service. Thank you.
Switch from NT3 number 1.
Vectors ILS 23 number 1, EG387 Foxtrot. You can see it come online, so I didn't copy the ATIS speed and pull me up on it, so we got away with that. A bit rocky, one's doing something. Oh, you want record. That's right, hold on. Let me get that fired up now. Hope it doesn't break anything. Right, set up the record. Thank you, Chris. So something to laugh at later. It's warmed up a bit down here, but yeah, plus 17, so we're out of, well out of the icing now. Icing risk. So,
We're not flash forward tower, ready for taxi.
hold start, speed hold start. 70.
54000, thank you, taxi left, Alpha hold, Alpha 123.
Left Alpha, hold Alpha 1, runway 23, air not 54000.
So platform altitude for this is 2,900 LS into T3. Traffic on TCAS now, 2 o'clock. Yeah, when I get my Stream Deck, we can do comic DFX, we can do all these things. Right, what direction are we leaving Lanark? I'm swaying to a bit more sensitivity still on the pitch control of the aircraft, just on the flying today so far. I increased it to plus 0.15 sensitivity. currently swaying towards a bit more. Pitch only though, it's the only thing I've adjusted, nothing any other axis. Well, we'll get into Lanark to deal with the radar vector. Heading.
EGA, correction 38, Foxtrot, turn left
Cabin
heading
crew
3.
must now be seated for landing. Thank you.
Left heading 335, EC387 Foxtrot.
EC387 Foxtrot, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1017, EC387 Foxtrot. Left it right to the last minute there, didn't you? Right, I nearly called him up. So 1017 checked 3 times.
Hotel fully ready for departure. Room
6 now checked.
Got 5 Hotel, stand by for release. On way back.
Okay, no problem. Bye.
Debate push phase. Oh, Chris, you're number 1 top fan today.
Glasgow radar, EG612, radar check. That's you can call and say again, sir. E612, radar check. E612, radar check. Air not 5 Hotel, from T3 clear takeoff, touchdown 23 knots.
Clear for takeoff from T3 and 5 Hotel.
I do like this approach. Don't know well. Yep, the city's popping in over there. The clouds though are really good, aren't they? That's 24. Best cloud simulator going. This is straight up 2024 clouds. I haven't done anything to them. Does that mean you get a plane?
38 Fox, 3 Fox, turn left heading 3 degree,
Left heading 330, descending altitude 3,000 feet, EC387 Foxtrot. .3,000 blue. Might be able to stretch to a plain biscuit, but perhaps not a plane.
EGAC 387 Foxtrot, turn left heading 320 degrees.
Left heading 320 EC 387 Foxtrot. And flaps 1, speed checks. Flaps 1, speed out star, 3000. RF set, seatbelts are on. Minimums 221 set. Water brake load.
Are you able to give us speed to us? Our VNAV and our FNC have just gone with us.
Brake check complete.
Indication for what we need to be at.
5 Hotel, sorry, are you looking for me to tell you what the speed is you're doing?
Confirmed it's our VNAV.
Don't forget to clear me onto this approach. Please been chatting to him.
Our VNAV is turned off.
5 Hotel, Roger, I can see your ground speed, which is 170 knots, but be aware that is ground speed.
Confirm 210.
Clear me, come on.
E387 Foxtrot, turn left heading 260 degrees, so look at 723
Left heading 260, clear to establish. Descend on the glide, easy 387 Foxtrot. Let's pilot 1 and 2, cap 3 dual, 260 degrees in. This is where you can get spurious readouts. Well, it's not spurious because you're close to the terrain, but you can get those call-outs depending on your descent rates as you approach these little mountains in Glasgow. Mountains on the hills. Even in the UK, these are huge mountains. Missed approach, climb to 3000, initially straight ahead, 2500 or DME at 2.6 India, Oscar, whichever's later, then a climbing left turn to hold at the VOR 3000, or as directed. Speed tape's jumping a bit now, lock star, turning inbound. Right, I'm going to hit record now, what I forget. Hopefully it doesn't impact my performance too much. See what that does. The stream crashes will blame Chris. Lock, glide slope star. And flaps 2, speed checks, flaps 2. And we're in sight in the 12 o'clock. Get down. Bring crew seats for landing, please.
Foxtrot, runway 23, clear to land, subfoot 223, knots.
Let's land 23, easy 387 Foxtrot. I see 2 whites, 2 reds. Those pilots coming out of my control. Flaps 3, speed checks, flaps 3. Let's go play with this on a config free landing, see how we get on. Don't forget to hit that like button, appreciate the support. And thank you to new channel member Tom for joining membership. bit gusty. These are aligned. There or thereabouts. Just watching that speed. Gusts have the ability to push us below BLS. Okay. I mentioned earlier, aim just below, usually half dot below. Seems to work out better in MSFS for some reason.
Above. Minimum.
Continue.
So 54 Hotel, we able to get altitude or climb?
50.
No 5 Hotel, negotiate with Edinburgh, but 6 for the cost.
20. Retard.
Okay.
Bounce. Yes, spoilers. ESO.
No, 5 Hotel negative, maintain 6,000.
70 knots.
We can maintain 6,000 if you'd like.
When you're braking.
That's good.
Okay, left side.
EG387. Welcome to Glasgow. Concept. Ground 12175. Goodbye.
Round 121705, EZ387 Foxtrot, thank you. We'll stop it here. Over the line. Clean the aircraft up. Sort all these things out we need to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used.
It's
Please make sure to
121705.
take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care opening the overhead lockers as items may have moved during flight. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure
good sign,
to look after
unreadable.
you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your journey.
I think at this point we disconnect because they're not working properly. We'll be here all day. Right, let's taxi in. Disconnected from BATSIM. There's not, they've got issues with their end. Not any traffic, so I disconnected, but clear on the right side. Recording. I think the recording worked. I've got the recording. We'll have a look when I get under stand. We'll go and do the replay. Watch that little bounce we made on touchdown. That's why we got the master caution, because the aircraft bounce as the reverses are in. Real world stuff, you know. Right, we'll head back to where we started out. Down here, stand 3, but will be available. Flying now. Offline anyway to do the replay. No problem, Lee. Never know, I might get another win before I go on holiday. No guarantees, because I'm going to be forced to pack rags soon. All that kind of thing. But, lots planned with the channel, so lots of content to make, lots of streaming to do. Always making some little tweaks and improvements as we go. So happy to. I don't know what we started out. Is it start the next set of stands up? I don't know. But, so we're going to 1.6 here. Charting away. Right. Lights off. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. If anyone's got a desire to, as I mentioned yesterday, I've got quite a few people approaching me to trial some hardware out, some panels and bits and pieces. So if anyone's got an interest in that, let me know and I'll something you're interested in. Stop bar doesn't really. Yeah, seems sensible to me. We're in the lines. I did start the time a little bit late for the cool down time. On blocks, 51 minutes. Where passengers sit there and you think, why don't they turn the engines off? Well, get out of here. These are the reasons we've got to look after our engines. They're expensive. It's all about thermal shock. We'll shut down with that. Right, that's a good point. We didn't shut down because we want to have a look at the replay. So, right, we'll stop that. Let's bring replay up. Nearly. Right. One moment while we get replay sorted then.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Do some exciting things as we pause replay. Let's put it a bit closer. Give it a go. Go about there. We'll do a few views at it. So I'm going to put the flaps out, gear down. Okay. Look. Doing the flex there. See if we caught that about a bounce. It definitely felt like a bounce to me. Got to sort that something with the pitch sensitivity and just still I need to get on to the approaches and just play with it. I'll line it out. Where's the approach? Much fun. On the markers, there's the bounce though, but that was a fair old bounce, wasn't it? Position was good. another angle. Just reset a few bits. Put that on the front. Aiming just below the glide. It's intended to put you more on the touchdown marker. Probably just a little bit too aggressive on the flare there, which caused that bounce as we touched down. This will cause create a bit of extra lift as we get obviously faster on the flaps free approach, so ability to lift up a little bit there. Chris, sorry, yeah, that's what I do differently. So a bit of over flare there. Getting used to that sensitivity of the Fenix, I guess. Mentioned in the real world, it is a firmer feel on the side stick than you have on the Thrustmaster, for example, as well. But once we've ironed out those kind of things, it's good fun with more consistent landings back. Let's have a look from the cabin. I'll leave you with this view. That's been great fun streaming that one, I enjoyed that. Thanks very much for the company. Thank you, Tom, for joining channel membership. Plenty more to come. I'm on holiday from Monday for a little bit, but there will be more on the way. Appreciate all the support and the community we're building here. It's great fun. Have a great afternoon, whatever you're doing, and maybe catch you again. Right in the afternoon. If not, take care.